Hello. The GeneratePress site library has several themes that include gas gauges. Now, this is Safe Wheels site and this is Relay site. And in these two sites, the gas gauge works in a similar way. So I'll show you these two first. So scroll down to the gas gauge. And with these, to change the length of this bar, you just change the sizing width. So we select the container, then in the width we can change it. So make sure you're using %, and then just set it to whatever you want. And Relay works in the same way. So we choose the container and then we set the width as a %. I don't know if you can see on this video, but there's a background colour as well. So if you want to change the colour of the background colour, you just select that container and change the background colour. Now, the gas gauge on the inbound theme looks the same, but it works in a different way. So we select the container, and then in the layout tab, you want this, it says flex child. So you open that, and here it says basis. So if we change this, it's 90% at the moment. So if we change that to 60, and I don't know if you can see it on the video, there's a second container there. So we select that container and we'll make that match up. So I'll put 60 for the other one, so I'll have 40 for this one. I'll just change the background colour so you can actually see what's going off. So there's actually two containers and you want them to match up to 100%. So this one I changed to 40. Change it to change that to 20. And then this one I would set to 80. So it's this flex basis, and your %, and that is in the layout tab. But you'll probably have to expand the little arrow. The About page on the theme called Plumber has a gas gauge, and this works in another different way. So what you need to do, if you select the 90% or 80% here, and then in the Layout tab, scroll down, and this Flex Child drop down, open that up, and it's that one, it's 90%. So that one is a flex basis of 10. If we made that 30, it changes the pink line. The first one, change that back to 10. The first one doesn't have a flex basis because they want this to grow, this pink border to grow right up to the edge of this here. But in the 80% one, it's a 20% basis, and that's like the starting size. So basis is the amount of space or gap that you'll get by selecting one of these numbers and changing the basis amount. So if we want to change that from 20% to 60%, it changes how long that pink line is. And make sure you have %, not pixels. Now, the pink bottom border is the bottom border of a headline. So this is a headline block, and that pink bottom border is the colour of the border. So if you want to change that, you need to change the headline's bottom border. or the colour of the headline's bottom border. And when you're changing these numbers, remember, select the number, or just click inside the number, and then change the basis. So we're in the Layout tab, Flex Child, Basis, and make sure you're using percent. So we change that to 40. If you use pixels, it won't look right, so make sure you're using percent. And on the Plumber theme, you don't have to change the width of the headline bottom border, because it's set to grow 1, which means it will take up all the space up to the setting you've made for this side. So you don't need to adjust the size of this side, it will automatically grow to fit the available space. So I'll do a quick recap. For the Plumber theme, you need to select the percentage, the little text here, and then change the basis in Layout, Flex Child, Basis, and changing that percentage, make sure you use percent, will change the size of this gap. For inbound theme, select the container and then change flex basis, same as we did before, and there's a second container here, and you can change the flex basis there. Make sure you use percent, and you want the two to add up. So if that's 80, you want this to be 20. If that was 60, you'd want this to be 40. At the site called Relay, you need to select the container, and then you want the sizing tab, and you want the width. So that's 60%. If you change that to 80%, it'll change the width of that container. I just added that yellow colour so you could see what we're doing. And Safe Wheels works in the same way. So we select the container and then change the width. So it's in sizing, width. Change that. I've got 50% at the moment, so I change that to 90%. It will change the width of that bar. And make sure you're using percent, not pixels. And we've been using sites that are in the GeneratePress site library, and we've been changing the gas gauge settings. Thanks for watching, and bye for now.